start with why, unlocking the golden circle to ignite limitless driving. Opening. A journey sparked by one question. This is the story of an everyday guy who flipped the script, and a tale that changed how millions saw the world. Simon Sinek didn't roll out of bed a business whiz with a silver spoon. He grew up in a regular family in London, England. His dad was a doctor, his mom an artist. Money was tight, but love wasn't. As a young dude, he crossed over to the States and jumped into advertising as just another creative. Every day, he darted between meetings and clients, cooking up slogans and selling ideas. Life was busy, but it started feeling kind of empty. That humdrum routine began to wear him down inside. He started wondering, what's all this work evening for? Why do some of my coworkers buzz with energy while I'm stuck on autopilot? That question slammed into him hard during a rough patch at work. It was the early 2000s, and his ad agency was losing big clients left and right. Simon felt crushed, like he'd hit a wall. Sitting in his office, staring out at the buzzing New York streets, a thought sparked. Why do some companies keep standing tall while others flop fast? He hit the books, watched the folks around him, and spotted a trend. The top dogs, leaders, and organizations had this special something. They weren't just peddling stuff, they were sharing a belief. Take Apple. He noticed they didn't just say, "We make computers." They said, "We challenge the status quo and change the world." That vibe lit up the fog in his mind like a flare. To figure it out, Simon went all in on the hunt for answers. He visited companies, grilled leaders, and dug into psychology and history books. After years of sleuthing, he cooked up a model, the Golden Circle. It's built from the inside out. Why? Then how? Then what? He argued the real winners always start with why, not what. In 2009, this idea hit the stage at a TEDx talk in Minnesota. Simon stepped onto a no-frills platform, faced a few hundred people, and spilled it all in 18 minutes. Nobody saw it coming, but that talk would rack up over 60 million views, making it one of TED's biggest ever. That viral moment wasn't random. Simon later said his palms were sweaty that day, but his heart was locked in. He believed this could help people, and that kept him steady. He remembered prepping for it, practicing in front of his apartment mirror, fiddling with slides endlessly, even dragging friends into mocking Q&As. That speech wasn't just a career game changer, it rewired how tons of people think. From then on, he went from ad man to motivator and started with why was born. Today, we're living in a wild, shaky time. Info's blasting us nonstop, competition's brutal. Ever feel like you're busting your hump for nothing? Or maybe you're a leader watching your team lose steam and customers drift off. Simon's story suggests the fix might hide in one simple question. Why are you doing this? This book's not just some theory, it's a mirror for sizing up our drives and choices. It's like a flashlight, cutting through the dark and sparking some hope. Part 1. The Secrets of the Golden Circle. Let's dive into what makes the Golden Circle tick. Simon mapped it out as a set of rings to unpack his big discovery. At the heart is why, your purpose, your belief, your reason for being. Next is how, the real steps you take to make that belief happen. The outer layer is what, the stuff or services you churn out. Most folks start from the outside, yapping about what they do, then how, and maybe why if they get to it. But the real stars, they kick off from the center with their beliefs and work outward. Look at Apple as a prime example. Their why is all about shaking things up and firing up creativity. Their how is crafting sleek, easy-to-love designs. Their what is pumping out computers, phones, and gadgets. Simon says this inside-out vibe works because it hooks right into the emotional part of our brains. Your run-of-the-mill company might pitch, "We build fast computers with killer specs at a good price, want one?" Apple flips it, "We believe in breaking the mold and changing lives with cool, smart tech, that's why we make these computers." Which one grabs you? It's a no-brainer. Then there's Southwest Airlines. Their why is making flying something everyone can swing. Their how is cheap fares and a friendly attitude. Their what is running an airline. While the flight world chased high rollers, Southwest went the other way, winning regular folks with their missions. Founder Herb Kelleher once said, "We're not fighting other airlines, we're taking on cars and trains." That why first mindset made Southwest one of America's top money-making airlines. Or think of Martin Luther King Jr. In 1963, he stood before 200,000 people at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. He didn't open with, "I've got a plan." He said, "I have a dream." He painted a picture of racial fairness that lit people's souls on fire, not with stats or steps, but with beliefs. His speech didn't lean on fancy logic, but it hit hard because it started with why. That's the golden circle's juice. It's not just a way to chat, it's a way to think, guiding your decisions, actions, and connections. So why do most of us lead with what? Simon reckons it's because what is the easiest to pin down and measure. We're wired to sum ourselves up with, "I do this, I'm a coder," or "I own a shop." At a barbecue, you'd probably say, "I work at a tech place," not "I believe tech can make life sweeter." The hitch is, that kind of tag stays skin deep, it's got no guts. Try this. If you asked yourself, "Why do I do this?" what'd pop up? Is it money, joy, or something bigger? Nail that why, and your moves get a purpose, your words get some oomph. Simon ties this to how we're brought up and pushed by the world. From day one, we're drilled to chase results, nail the grades, land the gigs, stack the cash. Hardly anyone stops to ask, "Why do you want this?" Over time, our heads get locked in the what and how ruts, skipping the why at the core. The golden circle's big win is this: it shakes us loose from that trap and sends us back to the starting block. Part 2, the science and soul behind why. Why does the golden circle click so well? The secret's tucked in science and what makes us human. Let's kick off with the brain stuff. Psychologists say a ton of what we do flows from our subconscious. Your brain's got 3 zones. The neocortex runs logic and language, the limbic system handles feelings and gut instincts, and deep down, the midbrain keeps your basics humming. Simon says when you start with why, you're tapping right into that limbic system, waking up trust, loyalty, and that cozy belonging feeling. Imagine a brand saying, "We believe everyone deserves a good life." You might feel a warm tingle and want to root for them, even if their gear's pricey. That's belief flipping your emotional switches, not just your thinking cap. Science backs it up big time. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio found that folks with messed up emotions couldn't decide well, even if their logic was on point. It proves feelings are the foundation and why unlocks them. Take Tesla's story. Their why is speeding the world towards clean energy. Their how is building zippy electric cars. Their what is cars and batteries. If Tesla just said, "We make electric cars with long range and fast speeds," you'd nod and move on. But when they say, "We're here to save the planet," you're pulled in without even trying. That's the emotional hook doing its thing. Step back to evolution for a sec. Humans are pack animals. Trust and teamwork kept us kicking. Way back, tribal leaders rallied folks with beliefs, not just commands. A hunting crew boss wouldn't just yell, "Go snag a boar." He'd say, "We're doing this for our tribes tomorrow." That kind of talk got people to risk it all, even die for it. Simon figures that even though times have changed, our guts haven't. We're still suckers for a cause, still aching to fit in. Ever wonder why volunteers show up for no pay? Because they believe they're making a dent. Social science heaps on more evidence. A study of 500 companies showed that spots where workers buy into the mission crush it: 30% better output, happier customers. Flip that: profit-chasing outfits bleeds talent and vibes. Think of a burger joint obsessed with selling more, workers might slack off. But if they say, "We believe food brings smiles," the crew might actually give a rip. It shows why isn't just your thing, it's the heartbeat of any team or company. Digging up your why isn't easy though. You've gotta strip away the surface goals and get to what's burning inside. Maybe you start a shop for cash, but deep down, it's about sprucing up your blocks or proving your chops. Simon tells this one story. A young guy tanked his startup, sat moping in a cafe, then remembered his mom always pushing him to help people. It clicked, his why was making lives better. He flipped his game, opened a charity cafe, and boom, money and respect rolled in. It's like panning for gold, you slog through mud and rocks to hit the good stuff. And that takes some honest soul searching. Simon warns that finding your why is just step one, keeping it alive is the real ground. Plenty of companies start with a clear vision, but growth can blur it with dollar signs. Take an old camera brand, their why was snapping life's golden moments. They got lost chasing tech fads, forgot their roots, and fizzled out. Holding your why tight means checking in and tweaking it all the time. Part 3, from you to your team, putting it into action. Now let's take the golden circle from headspace to real-world moves. Whether you're on your own or running a squad, why can rewrite your story. Here's how it shakes out in 3 scenes. Scene 1, your personal why. Picture yourself as a regular 9-to-5er, hustling but feeling flat. Simon says stop and ask yourself 3 things. Why'd I pick this job? What am I awesome at? What do I want to be remembered for? They sound simple, but they'll steer you straight. Take Lee, a designer 3 years in, clocking late nights but totally checked out. He tackled those questions and saw he didn't love design for the cash, it was because he believes it makes life prettier. He's a pro at painting emotions with color and wants folks to remember him for brightening things up. With that why locked in, he chased creative gigs like posters for nonprofits instead of cranking out boring stuff. His work started turning heads, and he felt pumped again. It proves that nailing your why zeroes in your focus and amps up your game. Or meet Han, a sales rep, great numbers, but burned out. At a training session, the coach had her write her why. She flashed back to her dad's little shop, where he'd said, "Business is about fixing people's problems." It hit her, her why was making folks happy through service. She quit just pushing product and started digging into what clients really needed. Her repeated business spiked, and work got fun. Your why flips you from a cog to a creator. So, got your personal why? Here's how to roll. Step 1. Jot it down, make it one punchy line. Like, I believe learning lifts everyone, or I want to simplify life with tech. Stick it where you'll see it, your laptop, your nightstand every day. Step 2. Check yourself, does today's move match that belief? If it's off, shift gears like Lee dropping a dull gig for something with heart. Step 3. Share it, chat your why with friends or coworkers. Their feedback sharpens it. Step 4. Keep it up, spend 5 minutes a day thinking, what did I do that fits my why? It'll settle into your bones over time. Scene 2. A leader's why. If you're leading a crew, your why is the spark that lights everyone up. Simon tells this story. Wang, a startup founder, saw his tech team had skills but no fire. He called a meeting not to bark goals, but to open up. I want our work to make life easier for regular folks. He shared how he grew up too broke for a computer, dreaming of tech for all. It clicked, his crew got jazzed. One pitched a new idea, another stayed late tweaking code. The whole team vibe flipped. Or take Xiao, a manager whose team kept missing the mark. He tried the golden circle trick, asked himself, why am I doing this? His answer, I believe teamwork can do miracles. He told his squad, together, we can make this place shine, not just hit these numbers. He ditched solo bonuses for team rewards, boom, output doubled in months. A leader's why, and set the whole room ablaze. Here's your first-step playbook. First, pin down your team's why, keep it real, not some fake tagline. Like a coffee shop owner saying, we believe a good brew warms hearts, not will outsell everyone. Second, bake it into the daily ground. Kick off meetings with that belief, then dive into tasks. Hire folks who vibe with your mission, not just are some champs like Wang asking, "Why join us?" and picking the dreamers. Third, stick to it. Your decisions, products, even how you talk should ooze that why. Southwest skips baggage fees because it fits their flying for all deal. Fourth, check in every few months, ask your team, are we still on track or veering off? Tweak it if you're drifting. Scene 3, an organization's why. For big outfits, why is the foundation of your whole culture. Check the icons. Disney's why is spreading joy, Nike's is unleashing your inner athlete. Those beliefs keep them on top. Disney's parks and movies all chase joy. Nike's gear and ads scream everyone's a mover. Lose your why, and you're toast like an old phone maker that started with connecting people but got buried chasing tech specs. Then there's Tesla. Their why is rushing the world to green energy. It's in everything: electric cars, solar panels, even who they bring on board. They skip hybrid half steps for full electric because it's their mission. That clear why pulled them from underdogs to top values. Here's the 4-step game plan for organizations. Step 1, dig up your roots. Grab your core crew and ask, why are we here? An education startup founder might recall missing school as a kid and land on making learning fair. Step 2, spread it wide from training to ads. Let every worker and customer know your why. Nike's Just Do It sticks because it's everywhere. Step 3, guard it when quick bucks tempt you. Let why call the shots. An eco firm nixed a fat, dirty deal because it didn't fit. Step 4, lock it down. Write your why into the company playbooks and reviews so it lasts generations. Part 4, why the golden circle matters today. In this digital whirlwind, the why is more clutched than ever. Info's drowning us, and trust's on thin ice. Simon says tomorrow's champs won't just have the best tech, they'll make you believe in them. Peek at the social media branding battles. The buy me shouters fade quick. The ones with a story and soul stick around. A newbie snack brand with no big budget leaned on, we believe healthy can taste great. They shared the founder's shift from heavy to healthy on short videos. Fans piled in, sales jumped tenfold. No hard selling, just real talk that hits home. That's the deal. Why isn't just your inner fuel, it's your outer pull. It cuts through the racket and plants your flag in shifting ground. But it's a tougher game now. AI's cranking up the heat, and short-form videos chop info into bits. Say an entrepreneur launches something, copycats swoop in fast, and buyers just eyeball the price. Simon's fix? Build a wall with your why. He points to a handmade furniture shop facing online giants. They showed every step of the craft, saying, we believe hands-on work carries warmth. Loyal fans flocked in. Tech can copy stuff, but not hearts. Another snag is keeping it real. Simon warns your why has to be legit. Fake it, and you're toast like a fast fashion brand yelling eco-friendly while their factories trashed the planet. They crashed hard, but a small coffee outfit stuck to we believe in fair trade, showing every bean's story cost more, one trust. Finding your why is the start. Living it's the key. Prove it with action, not just hot air. Part 5, rising above the tough stuff. Sticking to your why isn't a cakewalk. You'll hit doubts, flops, even moments of what am I doing? Simon's own ride proves it. When started with why dropped, some scoffed, calling him a dreamer who didn't get the real world. He didn't cave, he doubled down, showing it with results. He zipped around the globe speaking, started a consultancy, and helped tons of folks and firms find their why. Now his ideas are must-knows in business schools and startup guides. When stuff gets rough, Simon's got 4 tips. First, take your time. Your why needs to simmer, like good wine getting better with age. One founder took 6 months to see his why was books for rural kids. His education project soared. Second, rolling with the flops. Straying from your why teaches you something. A designer took a gig that didn't fit, dropped it, and found her real stage. Third, Find your crew. Link up with people who get your why. They'll keep you going. Simon's team bought his vision. They toughed out the hard days together. Fourth, hang in there. The payoff might creep up slow, but it's worth it. He adds that rough patches test your why like fire tests gold. A restaurant owner got slammed in the pandemic but held to "We believe food spreads love." He fed healthcare workers for free post-crisis. His spot became a local hero, packed every day. Your why keeps you upright and might just hand you a surprise win. Closing. What's your why? This book's magic isn't just in giving you a tool, it's a call to step into a journey. Simon says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's not just for selling stuff, it's for living. What's your why? What belief would you go all in for? Maybe you're still lost in the fog, that's fine. Start today, ask that one little question and listen to what your heart whispers back. It might be quiet, but it'll guide you to your own path. Simon was just a regular dude who kept asking why. It changed him and the world. You've got that shot too. Grab a pen, scribble your why, and take that first step. The future's out there waiting.